Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday! Get ready, guys. Yo, it's about to be a dope show. Happy Monday, episode 188.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. Respect my time. I got a wife. Respect my time. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. Yo, what is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. And we back with episode 188 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling today? Talk to me, man. Let me know in the chat. Happy Monday to the folks that are here. I hope y'all are having a great day. And if you're not having a great day, I hope your boy Persona can lighten up your day, right? Make your day better. Provide some laughs, some good entertainment and whatnot. We're gonna have a really good conversation today, guys. Y'all already know how we do things here. You know it's gonna be entertaining. You know it's gonna be fun, and no, it's gonna be full of energy, right? So listen, man. Before we get into anything, how was your weekend? Wait a second. Is this podcast DLC? Episode 188? Is this podcast DLC? Right? Oh, another question. This is a serious question. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious question I want to ask y'all. Now, when you go to bed tonight, right, and you wake up the next morning, God, Lord willing, you wake up the next day. If you wake up the next day, is that new day that you wake up in, is that considered DLC? Is that considered an expansion? Listen, what a weekend. Boy, oh boy, this Easter weekend was amazing. How was y'all Easter weekend? Did y'all do anything? Oh, shout out to Miss Stone, Miss Catwoman in the building. What a weekend. This weekend really was crazy. Hey, listen, here's another question. If you have children, right? Are the children considered DLC? Because it's an addition to the actual game or the actual parent, right? The parent is the main game. The children are the DLC. Are children DLC? Ayo. If you take a shower, is the washcloth and soap DLC? Hey, listen, we about to have a great show today. I promise. We about to have a great show today. So listen, before we do anything, let me shout out everybody in the chat real quick. Y'all know how we do things here, man, right? Shout out to everybody here, man. Happy Monday. If you at work, I hope I could get you through your work day. If you driving home from work, I hope I could get you through your drive home from work. If you cooking dinner, I hope I could get you through your cooking, right? If you taking a shower, I hope I could get you through your shower. You feel me? If you having the maritals, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? You might be, love making with your partner and whatnot. And you're like, hey, listen, babe, I can't miss this episode of When Persona Speaks. We're going to have to play the podcast while we knock boots. I'm just honored that you would have me playing in the background during your love making sessions. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate you. All right. Shout out everybody real quick. And then we're going to get into what we get into. Carl Anchor, what's good, bro? The Ashen Luca in the building. What's good, mama? Gianna Donna in the building. What's good, bro? Jay Wright, what's good with you? Jeff B Gamer, Jeff, what's good, man? I appreciate you, bro. Yo, Henry Heck in the building. He said, I did take a shower with this joint bumping one time. Hey, man, I ain't mad at you, Henry. I ain't mad at you, bro. Do what you do, brother. Shout out to Henry Heck, man. Shout out to Lil Mama too, man. I seen the picture you posted today, you and Lil Mama, man. I hope she good. Is she listening? Let me know if she listening, man. Shout out to Lil Mama if she listening. Yo, Quanvo, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Compost Smurf, what's good? Mr. Go Tryhard Guy, Uchiha, what is going on with you? Uppercase J in the building, what is good? Cyber Dragon, how you feeling today, sir? Muck45 in the building, what's good? What you said? Muck45 says, FYI, that stewed chicken ain't ready for mine's really British Virgin Island chef shit. Yo, listen, Muck, man. Hey, man, listen. How about I say Midiyati boy, you understand? My family come from the islands, man. So, I know how to cook all the Jamaican dishes, my boy. Shout out to the Jamaicans and the other rosters out there. Ice Queen Gaming in the building. Ice Queen, what's good with you? Corey, how you feeling today, sir? Appreciate you. Miss Stone, Catwoman in the building. Catwoman said, when you're cooking, is season the food DLC? Yo, Stone, wait, when you're cooking, are the pots and pans considered DLC? Is the plate, fork, and knife considered DLC? Is the steam that comes from the pot and pan DLC? Is the stove DLC because the stove is technically inside a house or apartment? So is the stove DLC? Is the gas or electricity that you use to turn the stove on considered DLC? Where does it end, Stone? Catwoman, where does it end? Catwoman, I think we need your investigative prowess out here to help us understand what is and is not DLC. Yo, Don John Sean, what's good, bro? James Williams, what's good? The Unknown, how you feeling today? SIE, what's going on with you? Lothric Ahmed, what is going on with you, Lothric? Appreciate you. Link, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Gian, yo, Sam Ash, what's good, bro? KL, what's good with you? Foxing around Austin. Yo, Austin, what's good, man? Appreciate you always. Yo, AC, what's going on with you? Philip K in the building. Philip, how you feeling today, sir? Everything good with you? Get on the Sticks in the building. Sticks, what's good, bro? I appreciate you, sir. Who else is here? Yo, Slink SC in the building. What's good with you? Appreciate you. Yo, Marcus Johnson, what's good, Marcus? I appreciate you. Eastern Conference, what's going on with you? Blue Mustang in the building. I appreciate you, Blue Mustang. Appreciate you. Omar Cartabot, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Who else is here? Make sure I get, yo, Franco Tech. Franco, what's good, bro? I appreciate you always, man. Stardust Zero. Stardust, how you feeling today, sir? I appreciate you. Jedi Johnny 5 in the building. What's good, Jedi? Yo, Triple Aaron, what's good, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. Round of applause for the folks in the chat, man. Big round of applause for the people in the chat. Y'all know I appreciate y'all today, man. Y'all know, I appreciate y'all all the time, right? I appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. We got the best community over here on YouTube. Yo, Viper Reap, what's good, man? Mondo Zappa, what's going on? Mary Wilcox in the building. Mary, how you feeling today, man? Appreciate you. This podcast is YouTube DLC. Is it, Jamil? Because YouTube is the website, and you do need to go to the website in order to go to the podcast. So technically, this podcast is DLC. Yo, Macho Channel, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Detective Stone on the case. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, Fabrice, what's good, man? Appreciate you. You know what, man? Famoa, what's good, Famoa? Man, another round of applause for the folks in the chats. All right, lady, Corey Hartman, what's good, man? Cold Blood, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all are going to love. I got a surprise for y'all. I got a really nice surprise for y'all. Yo, Juan Sosa, what's good, bro? I got a surprise for y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all gonna love what I got for y'all. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Y'all ready in the chat? Like, are y'all really ready in the chat? Y'all ready? All right, y'all gonna love this, right? Highly requested. I had to add these new soundboard. I can't even talk. I had to add these new sounds to the soundboard. I had to. Y'all are gonna love these. Yo, Jamar, what's good? Yo, Upchuck Gamer, shout out to my bro Upchuck. Marcus, shout out to everybody here, man. Yo, Requiem of Demons, what's good, bro? Y'all ready for the sound bites? Yo, I know y'all gonna love these. Y'all ready? All right, here we go.
I'm a neutral.
Oh no, not that one. What? No, not that one. No, not that one.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
There we go. That's the first one. All right, y'all ready for the second? Are y'all ready for the second one? I don't know if y'all ready for this one. Y'all might fall on the floor. You might want to sit down for the second one. All right, here we go. Yo, DJD, what's good? Here we go.
It looks like DLC. 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 It looks like DLC.
Hey, yo, we had to pull them out, man. These are permanent. These two sound bites.
It's my opinion.
These two sound bites are permanently.
It's my opinion.
I have no experience.
It looks like DLC. It's my opinion. 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 It looks like DLC.
These are permanently staying on the soundboard. You hear me? Permanently. Oh boy. Oh man. It's my opinion.
It looks like DLC. It's my opinion. It looks like DLC. It's my opinion. It looks like DLC.
Hey, yo, listen. From now on, those sounds are staying on the soundboard. And even on What's Up PlayStation podcast, we are definitely going to be playing those sound bites a lot. You understand? We definitely gonna be bringing them soundboards out. Okay. So, let's talk, man. Cause yo, this weekend has really been yo, Stone, it's my opinion. You see, yo, listen.
It's my opinion.
I'm just saying. Shout out to Jamil, man. 8 months as a member on the channel. Appreciate you, bro. He says, Inception. It looks like DLC. Soundbite is DLC to this podcast, which is DLC to YouTube. And I've been a warrior way longer than a month. What the fuck? Yeah, it says 8 months on my end, Jamil. Appreciate you, bro. Always supporting. Yo, Alexi, what's up? All right, so listen, let's talk, man, because this weekend has been really crazy, guys. Like, I am really amazed at how crazy this weekend is, right? Because when did we talk about the whole DLC? We talked about the DLC thing on Friday, right? I had dinner when Persona Speaks on Friday, And then, on What's Up PlayStation podcast on Saturday, we talked about it and whatnot, right? And that night, man, shout out to Thrash and the round table, man. Shaquille, what's good, man? Thrash had a really, really, really engaging, really engaging podcast where he had Jaffe on the show, right? And, this whole DLC thing was kind of stirring up quite a bit. And like I had said on Thrash's podcast on Saturday, I had said that the only reason why this is making any type of ruckus within the community is because who's saying it. Steady Flow was good, right? Had it been anybody else, a lot of people in the community wouldn't really, pardon my language, but no one would give a fuck, right? No one would care, or not care as much, right? Because, dealing, especially in the part of the community that a lot of us, are privy to, people are always calling this DLC, calling that DLC and things like that. And the thing is, we all know what that terminology means, right? On at least on this side of the internet, right? A lot of us, excuse me, a lot of us know and understand what that term means, right? And that is a very disrespectful and diminishing term. And all of us know that, man. Like, I think even people who don't really follow gaming, right? And this might be a reach. This might be a bit of a reach, but I'll still say it anyway. Even for the people who don't follow gaming as much, Philip DVG, what's good, bro? Can still be like, what do you mean this looks like DLC? Like, huh? Like, they wouldn't probably get as offended or feel some type of way, but they would be confused. Like, what do you mean DLC, right? Because that just doesn't roll off the tongue properly, and it doesn't make sense, right? So, had this have been anybody else, I mean, just Monday morning, just look at the community now. Look at how the community has been and taking this and interpreting this. And obviously, I think Thrash's podcast definitely propelled it because of what went down in the podcast, right? Very passionate podcast, a lot of feelings and a lot of let me not say feelings, let me rephrase that. A lot of passion, right? A lot of people speak with passion, right? And even Jaffe, Jaffe speaks very passionately. He curses and things like that. He's very vulgar at times. And, those are, that podcast, especially on Saturday, a lot of that was really high, right? So, when you got somebody like David Jaffe, who is the creator of God of War, saying something like that, coupled with what we know as to be the term, there's the true definition of what DLC is, and then it's the interpretation of how people try to use the word, right? Because we all know what DLC truly is and what the meaning of it is, but you also got a lot of people in this community who are trying to flip what that means and using it in a bit of a negative sense, right? So if you call in a game, it's kind of like what they did with Miles Morales. Remember with Miles Morales, they were trying to say, oh, well, Miles Morales just looks like DLC. It's only 5 hours or 4 hours or whatever people were trying to say. And then lo and behold, when you actually had the game, it was a full-fledged game with, and it was everything in that game did much better than what Spider-Man 2018 did, even down to the swinging, down to the fighting and things like that. And don't get it twisted, OG Spider-Man was amazing, but Miles Morales definitely propelled that in a lot of ways. And you saw it through the gameplay, you saw it through the graphics and things like that. But a lot of people were trying to use the terminology of it being DLC, not in a way to praise the game, but in reality to minimize it. Ghost in the Garage, right? And it was even, and this is the funny thing about it, with Miles, hold on. What's funny about this is Miles, DLC. What's so funny about this is that, even back then with Insomniac, right? People were trying to claim that Insomniac was actually speaking out against this, because a lot of people were trying to claim that Miles Morales was just DLC, it was going to be super short and all these other things, because they know, we all know, right? Like, let's be real here, right? We all know what that DLC notion is and what that means, right? So you even had Insomniac talking about, hey, you know, this is a full-fledged game, it's not DLC and all this other stuff, right? And I'm trying to find when they were like speaking out against that in DLC, trying to see if I could find that. But you know, this goes to show that when it comes to what people say about, you know, because you got a lot of people in the community trying to claim that, oh well, you know, DLC can be a positive thing. Cut the bullshit, man. Like stop it. Like stop it, man. Like, you're not fooling nobody. Nobody is stupid out here. Nobody was born yesterday. Yo, Sofique Mao, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Like, you know, no one was born yesterday, because we all know what that means when someone says, you know, something is DLC. Even Insomniac. And I'm trying to find it where I should have had it pulled up and ready to go. But, you know, even with Insomniac and what they were saying, you know, was like, no, this is a full-fledged game, blah, 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 you know, because what the problem was that when they put the price on it, a lot of people felt, oh, well, you know, this is just DLC. You know, why am I paying this much for it, and all this other craziness that was happening, right? Like, no, this is a full-fledged game. I can't find it right now, but for those that have been following news for a long time, y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't find it right this second. I'll look for it later during the show. But, you know, I bring up that example because, you know, during the show on Saturday, you know, Jaffe was definitely, it was definitely a lot of wordplay going on, right? Like, and don't get it twisted, man. Like, I'm a New Yorker. You understand? That Jedi mind trick, Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker mind trick bullshit. Listen, man, that shit ain't gonna work on me, man. I'm a Sith. You understand? I'm a Sith Lord. You understand? That Jedi mind trick shit don't work here with me. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, when it comes to, and I just finished watching all the Star Wars movies, so don't mind me if I start making Star Wars references through this podcast. Like, I watched every single Star Wars last week, so that shit is like fresh in my mind. But, you know, I'm a Sith Lord out here. You get me? You get me? I'm Plagueis out here. You understand? Sith Lord Plagueis or whoever. You understand? So the Jedi mind trick shit not gonna work here. But, you know, there was definitely a lot of wordplay and stuff going on last week, in the show last week with Jaffe when it came to, you know, this whole DLC thing where he was trying to say, oh, well, you know, I don't mean it in a rude or disrespectful way. I just mean it's more of the same, right? Which, again, you know, I'm not going to repeat and go through what we were talking about last week because, you know, just go watch that show. But, you know, one of the things I was saying was, you know, and I had asked this later in the show, but one of the things that I was asking was, you know, okay, this is how you interpreting it, right? And the point that I was trying to make was the way you're interpreting it, a lot of people in this community are not interpreting it the same way that you were saying, that you made. And I don't even think he, like, really, even now, like, I definitely don't think he meant it in a positive way, personally speaking, right? But that, you know, it is what it is. But I kept saying last week, you know, the way you're trying to interpret this is not how the community is interpreting this. And not only that, but I believe developers wouldn't really interpret this as something of a positive, right? Now they may take it as a constructive criticism, possibly, right? Like, and that's a bit up in the air. That's a bit muddy. You get what I'm saying? So even that's a bit like, I don't know. But even when it comes to how, let's just be in the realm of how us as a community, right? How we would interpret something like that. Just look at the discourse that has ensued because of that one judgment of the trailer from the creative God. And again, it's because of the creative God of War. If I would have said it, or if somebody, you know, somebody just regular walking through said it, no one would care, right? Like, or it wouldn't be as big, right? The discourse wouldn't be as crazy as it is. You get what I'm saying? The reason why this discourse is so large and because it is what it is because of the person who said it. And this is what I was saying to Jaffe on Saturday, where I was saying the status, yo, Afropunk, what's up? Amanda, what's up? Yo, Mooch, what's good, bro? Jesus, what's up? The status that you hold within not just the industry, but the status and the respect that you command within the community, being the creative God of War and being at the level that you are, the things that you say are definitely going to hold a lot more weight, and a lot more people are going to pay attention, and even some may even be persuaded to your same type of thinking because of the status that you have. Those were some of the points that I was trying to make. It got a little lost in the sauce because, you know, everyone is really eager to get their thoughts across, and there's a lot of yelling and a lot of passion flying back and forth. And then obviously the chat, you know, didn't make it any easier. So those were some of the points that I was trying to make before I made my ultimate point, which I was able to make towards the end of the show, where I said, you know, Jaffe, I hear you, you know, because I read what the definition was. You know, we was going through this long back and forth of, oh, well, DLC is this. No, DLC could be this. Well, you think it's this, but I think it's that, blah, 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 things like that. And I said, Jaffe, you know, I hear you. So let's put this to the test, right? Let's run an experiment to see if what you're saying is how the general public will perceive it. And not just the general public, but your peers, the industry. Because again, if we look back to the whole Miles Morales situation, people, you know, Insomniac was adamant with saying that this is a full-length game, there's a lot to do in it and things like that. This is not just DLC, because that was a big issue before the game had released in 2020. You know, was the price of the game, and that they, you know, people thought, oh, it's just going to be some DLC or whatever the case may be, it should be cheaper and all this other stuff, right? That's one. Two, again, the discourse that has ensued within the community leading up to now should be a tell sign of the I don't want to say ramifications, but the negative connotation that term means when describing something new, right? You guys with me so far? Am I making sense here? You guys follow? Let me know in the chat, man. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you follow. So, you know, when it comes to this whole discourse and this whole conversation, this all can be put to rest, regardless of how you interpret the definition, regardless of how I interpret the definition, or regardless of how the community interprets the definition, right? Let's put the experiment to the test of, okay, this is what you think it is. This is what I think it is. Let's see what the people, your peers, think it is, by adding Sony Santa Monica, at Cory Barlog, at Eric Williams, who's the creative director for God of War Ragnarok, and tell them what you told the world on your YouTube video, which was, you're not that impressed. It looks like DLC. It looks like more of the same. That is what he said initially, right? And let's see how they would take that. He refused. He refused. That is all the proof that I need for my argument, and really what the community needs for their argument to say, okay, so then you know that what you're saying is not something that would be taken as respect, or even taken as you being positive about a game. You get what I'm saying? And listen, again, had this have been anybody else, it's the creator of God of War. You get what I'm saying? What he says holds weight, man. You know, this man commands respect within this community and industry. You get what I'm saying? So when you look at all of that, it's like, yo, the creator of God of War saying this, whoa. Coupled with what the gaming community interprets the terminology of what looks like DLC means. So when it came, Persona, you talked to Jaffe? Yeah, I talked to him. What's up, D? I talked to him Saturday on the roundtable. So that was all of the confirmation that I needed, personally speaking, because I'm like, all right, my argument has been proven to the audience, to the world, and realistically speaking, because I said, yo, I'll give you $100 super chat on your next live stream if you do this. You know, sweeten the deal, sweeten the pot, right? Because if you're very sure of that, you just made a quick free $100 off of somebody, off a stranger. No, he said he would email Cory privately or something like that. Like, no. Let's put it on the timeline. Let's at the whole team, because he started mentioning, oh, well, you know, marketing this and da. And I'm saying, listen, no. Yeah, I know marketing is in charge, you know, comes up with the trailer design or whatever he was trying to say. I get that, right? I'm not trying to take anything from that. But what's important to understand is despite whatever marketing is coming up with, and this was the point I was trying to make as well on Thrasher Show on Saturday, but it got lost in the sauce. Again, passion. Whatever marketing is coming up with, okay, fine, you know, they dropped the ball. If that's how you feel, cool. But what you're describing as looking like DLC is somebody's game. Right? Somebody's game. It's kind of like, so you remember when you was a kid and you would ask one of your parents, you would ask one of your parents for like, hey mom, can I, hey mom, can I go outside and play with my friends? And your mom would be like, oh yes, but ask your father, right? Or vice versa, right? And you ask your dad says no, right? So it's like, oh, you can't go outside, right? The way that kind of translates into this conversation is, yes, marketing, but they did what they did with the trailer and all that stuff, fine, right? And if that's who you want to come at, fine. But the game of what you're criticizing, that's Eric Williams and Sony Santa Monica's game. That's what they're making. So saying this looks like DLC is saying that the people who worked on this game, you're saying that to them, including Eric Williams. That's why I said, no, never mind marketing. Never mind marketing. I hear what you're saying with marketing and how they control this and blah, blah, blah. I hear all that. But the game you're criticizing, I want you to say that to the developers, to the sound engineers, to the director. You feel me? To the contract worker, to the janitor. I want you to say that to Sony Santa Monica, the team, because that's who needs to hear it. Especially if it's meant to be taken as constructive criticism, right? Marketing doesn't need to hear that. Sony Santa Monica does, because regardless of what's being shown regardless of whatever marketing drummed up for the trailer, what you saw in the game was not impressive at its root. You get what I'm saying? So marketing did what they did, fine. But what the developers created at its root looks like more of the same. Yo, Logic Worlds, what's up? Hen10, what's up? Jemiah, what's up? You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense to the folks in the chat so far? Listen, even if you disagree with me,
it's my opinion. It's my opinion.
I'm kidding. Hey guys, I'm just saying, man.
It's my opinion.
I'm just saying. Okay. So that's kind of where I was at on Saturday, and those were the points that I was trying to make, like really drive home, especially after I said, hey, let's add the Sony Santa Monica and everything. I was trying to drive the point of why. And again, the passion, everyone is trying to talk, so it got lost in the sauce a little bit. You get what I'm saying? But then it's kind of what happened after the fact that really kind of had me like, yo, this is why I said what I said. Because even when I said early this morning, where I said, yo, a lot of people in this community, where I said thoughts of the day were, hold on, let me get the tweet. Let me pull the tweet up for y'all. Here we go. Where I'm like, yo, the thoughts of the day. Oops, my bad. Thoughts of the day. Where I said, yo, look, this DLC discourse has proven one thing. A lot of you aren't qualified to have or be a part of the conversation, and or you're pushing your own agenda for likes, retweets, and attention. Enjoy your Monday, smiley face. So I had a couple people ask me, well, what does the first part mean, as in qualified to be to speak or be a part of the conversation? So what is one of, yo, Lothric, appreciate you so much, man, for the super chat. Lothric says, heard you on Thrash Show the other night. Jaffe gives me a really petty vibe. Someone's trying to deflect his best instead of owning his words. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that was my whole point, right? With everything, right? Like, I'm not, in terms of his opinion, it's his opinion. And I had said it at the beginning of the show. The only reason why any of us are here is because of who said it, right? The creator, God of War. This is the creator. You get what I'm saying? Like, that holds weight. with a lot of people, especially for the people that hold you in high regard, both in the industry and in the community. So if you're saying something to this magnitude, especially coupled with what DLC means within the community in terms of its negative connotation, this is what landed us here. You know, and I said that at the beginning of the show to make it perfectly clear. You know, your opinions are your opinions, you know.
It's my opinion.
You know, it's fine. But see, I think that's something that a lot of people don't really understand, especially on Twitter, right? Because you get a lot of people who'll say, oh, well, you know, I don't care to really talk about, you know, argue or debate, and I'm like, yo, that's what a debate is, right? Like going back and forth on gaming, people tend to frown upon that or try to, you know, get on this fucking high horse. I'm like, listen, man, I don't know what y'all do for fun or whatever or what, but I mean, damn, bruh. I would hate to be at a party with you because you be the most boring motherfucker at the party. Oh man, Discord done disconnected. Refresh. Yo, I should be back right now. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think Discord disconnected or something like that. Weird. But you know, if you want to go skinny dip in a pool or some shit, like, well, you know, I don't know if this is something that, you know, we should be doing. You know, this isn't really, you know, safe. You know, it's like, damn, I would hate to be at a party with you people. Because here's the thing. You know, that's what a debate is. You know, do you watch political debates, music debates, sports debates? Those are all fucking opinion. Like, and this is why I say, yo, when it comes to the gaming community is the only place where any other hobby or community, right? Sports community, car community, anime community, comic book community, wherever, where they debate their opinions. They talk about their opinions. They have conversations. They have passionate conversations. You know, cars, you know, it's sports, right? Who the fuck, you know, listening to Stevie A. Smith yelling on the goddamn mic all fucking day, right? About this team, that team, this team, that team. You enjoy that shit, right? He's fucking a millionaire from doing the shit that he do. But when it comes to gaming is the only place where people tend to be like, oh, well, this is immature. Why are you debating about toys? And why gaming's just supposed to be about enjoyment and fun and blah, blah. And I'm like, we aren't like, and that's the thing, man. The people who say that stuff, they game the least. They ain't showing no gameplay. They ain't showing any trophies. They ain't really playing games. They don't want to buy games. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. But they always got something to say when it comes to the discourse or the console war stuff that they like to label when it happens within the community. And my whole thing is, yo, listen, do what you do. But in the car community, how many people are debating about how an Evo Lancer is better, a Lancer Evo is better than a 98 Supra? Or a 98 Supra is better than a 92 Skyline, or that a 92 Skyline isn't better than a hatchback Civic, or that a Bugatti isn't better than a Ferrari. Like, these conversations happen everywhere. How many people argue that, oh yeah, Attack on Titan is better than Demon Slayer, or which is not, but or how, you know, Naruto is the best anime of all time, or how Dragon Ball Z is the grandfather of anime and it created all this and all, or Akira is the best anime movie ever created. All this bullshit, right? On a sports team, oh, Ja Morant is the best player of all time. He's gonna be Rookie of the Year. He's gonna be the greatest, man, next to MJ. Oh man, LaMelo Ball, he's gonna be the best. Zion needs to get on the field and do this and all of this, like all this bullshit all day. In all other mediums of entertainment, people are allowed to argue and debate their opinions of what they believe in when it comes to the hobby that they love and enjoy. But when it comes to gaming, these same type of debates and arguments and opinions cannot be accepted, or people can't see past it just being conversation, right? Yeah, conversations might get a bit passionate, right? Just like you got fucking Skip Bayless yelling at Shannon Sharp, it's my turn! You tell me it was my turn on live TV in front of millions. No one thought he was weird. No one thought he was being, you know, oh, it's just a sports game. No one was saying that. Only in gaming is passionate debates and conversations frowned upon. Nowhere else. And that's because you got a lot of posers and clout chasing, attention seeking people looking to get on. And I'm sitting there like, well, damn, we can't debate gaming. You don't want to show gaming. You don't want to post gaming. We can't have a preference. It's like, damn, what can you do? And that's why I say, I would hate to be at a party with some of these people because you would be boring as fuck. Is it messed up for you guys? Am I cutting out? Oh, you saw. Folks who aren't in the NBA, NFL will argue, debate, or fight, but people who play games can't due to the same amount someone acting more holier than thou. That's what I'm saying, man. Debates are gonna happen. If you prefer PlayStation or prefer Xbox or Nintendo or God forbid PC, you know, definitely go see a therapist. Debates are gonna happen. Everyone has a preference, man. That doesn't make you any less of a gamer, any less of anything, man. Debates happen. This is what happens. But this is the thing that I always say to y'all, man, and I mean this because I live by this shit. It starts and ends with gaming. All that personal shit is out, like that does not apply here. Once you go personal, you lost. It starts and ends with gaming. It starts and ends with gaming. And I keep saying that because a lot of people cannot seem to stay within that realm, and that's what ruins it. What ruins it is people that go outside that realm of gaming and want to disrespect kids, disrespect families, wives, husbands, people's jobs, people's income, people's looks, you know, all this other shit. None of that, man, all in the name of a plastic box. That's where the shit gets weird. And that's where it's like, no, that's not what this is about at all. I don't condone that shit at all, man. I don't play that. I'm not with that, man. And that's why I said, you know, when I was doing my show last Friday, where I say, yo, you know, and see, here's the other thing. A lot of people think, you know,
it's my opinion.
This whole it's my opinion. I'm kind of all over the place, but you know, fuck it, we flowing. This whole it's my opinion, era.
It's my opinion.
This whole it's my opinion era, where you got people that want to put their opinion above facts, right? A debate, and this is why I said last week on Saturday as well. This is why I quit. This is why I don't do game debates, right? I used to game debate all the time back in the day. It was fun, like, you know, because I used to take debate or public speaking and debate class in college and in high school actually. And you know, I love that shit. You know, explaining my opinions, explaining my argument. You know, the debating I think is very, very fun, right? Because I think it keeps the mind. Well, debating with the right people, right? If you're talking to an idiot, it's not really gonna be a stimulating conversation. You know, the conversation has to be stimulating. It has to be something that, you know, it has to have some type of intellectualism attached to it, right? It can't be just, you know, an idiot saying, you know, Game Pass is
the future. Game Pass is the future.
Or, you know, you got somebody else.
It's my opinion.
You know, when you catch somebody in a gotcha moment,
it's my opinion. It looks like DLC. It's my opinion.
You know, they turn into the it's my opinion fucking broken record. You know, whenever they get into a gotcha moment or they can't prove why they feel the way they feel or whatever the case may be, so they run to the it's my opinion line.
It's my opinion.
Which in that sense, it kind of kills the whole conversation because it's like, all right, cool, fuck it. Your opinion, I don't give a fuck what you think. So let's just move on. I thought it was a conversation. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, the conversation has to be stimulating, right? But I think debating and stuff like that, and not just game debates, you know, comic book debates, political debates. You know, me and my best friend, we talk about politics and real world issues all the time. We talk about tech news and business and stocks and investing and shit. Me and my best friend talk about everything, right? And we have some serious debates. We talk about history and everything, and those are stimulating conversations. You get what I'm saying? But you know, keeping it in the realm of gaming, when it comes to gaming, gaming is also it's the only place where this whole
it's my opinion,
like throw this shit around and don't want to really explain their thoughts. And I'm just like, listen, man, is this a debate or not? Because if it's a debate, or even if it's a conversation, never mind it being a debate, take it I'm not the unknown, I'm not answering that. Take it out of the realm of you funny too. Take it out of the realm of just debating, but just conversation, right? If somebody were to ask you why, or ask you to further elaborate on something, right, of your opinion, if you just gonna run to,
it's my opinion,
if you're just gonna run to that as your default, it's like, well, damn, can we even have a conversation where you can at least explain your stance or explain why you think or feel the way you feel? Because I'm always fascinated by that, right? One of my biggest fascinations, especially with people, is I want to know. Bar, shout out to Bar, because Bar always says, "Son, I don't know how you be thinking, how you be wanting to know that. I don't give a fuck." Shout out to Bar, but I want to know why people think the way they do and how they arrive to the opinions and conclusions that they come to. That's how I'm curious. Part of why, that's also one of my tactics when it comes to debating, but I'm letting y'all in on too many of my secrets, my debating secrets. But I want to know. I'm curious. What is the thought process behind you coming to that conclusion? And that's when you ask the questions. And I ask layered questions. I ask very direct questions, but also layered. Right? Layered, direct questions. Where there is not going to be any misconception. There isn't going to be any misconceptions. Let me get these super chats. Yo, GM, man, I appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He says, people that don't like to debate games or go for personal attacks probably don't know of the SEXI argument style: state, example, impact, and statement. Talk to him, GM. Talk to him, bruh. Talk to him. Yo, Dark Artemis, what's up? Mr. Flash, what's good, bro? Viper says, it's my opinion, minion.
It's my opinion.
Right? So that's why, and then the other side of it too, I know I'm kind of like jumping around, but to go back to the post and why I said people aren't qualified. See, people, when you put like certain words in, like qualified, people think they automatically equate it to, are you saying I'm not a gamer? Right? Or something like that. And I'm like, no, that's not what I mean by you're not qualified. Let me ask y'all a question. Right? I'm going to ask the chat a question. Respect my time, Persona. Absolutely, Stone. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. Absolutely, Miss Catwoman. You know it. You know it. I was watching Batman today too. What was I saying? Oh, when you say something like, "Oh, you're not qualified," right? People think that you're saying, "Oh, so you're saying I'm not a gamer or I'm not a real gamer or something like that." No, that's not what that means. So in this specific instance, I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to ask the chat a question. Right? What is one of the three things that this gaming community throughout the years said they do not like or had a problem with? I'll answer the question again. I'll ask the question again. What is one of the three things that people had a problem with when it came to games that were being developed in this community? What is one of the things that they said they would not buy because it should be in the game already? I'll wait. Give up? DLC.
It's my opinion. It looks like it looks like DLC. It looks like DLC.
People told you that they don't buy DLC. They don't like buying season passes and DLCs and all this other shit. Why? Because it should have been in the game already. You're cutting content to sell later. You're trying to cut out content to rip off the gamer.
It looks like DLC.
So if you wouldn't buy DLC, why are you even a part of this conversation? If it's not something you buy or are willing to buy, why are you here? Even if so let's say we even entertained the DLC conversation, right? Of, oh yeah, God of War Ragnarok looks like DLC. Even if we were to entertain that, you don't buy DLC. You're against DLC. So why should we take what you have to say serious?
It looks like DLC.
Oh, I forgot. I know why.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
When you hit them with the right questions, ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna hit you with that answer.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
When they can't give you a much more intellectually sound answer, they run to the same answer every time.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
That's what they run to. When you catch them in a gotcha moment, they run to the same answer every time. It's like a get out of jail free card, right? If you land on the Monopoly board, you already got 3 get out of jail free cards. And in terms of the gaming community, especially on Twitter, what is the get out of jail free card for the entirety of this gaming community? You say it, ladies and gentlemen. Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
That's what it is. That's what they run to every single time. And you're right. It is your opinion. You're absolutely right. But see, here are the things that people forget. Yes, it is your opinion, absolutely. 2, that doesn't mean that anybody in this community is entitled to give a fuck about your opinion. 3, it goes back to the original question that was asked. Are you qualified to be a part of the conversation? Uh-oh, get out of jail free card.
It's my opinion.
Get out of jail free card, guys. My fault. I shouldn't be asking that. Why do you care?
It's my opinion.
Persona, why do you even care what I think? I can say what I want to say because...
It's my opinion.
Oh, Persona, you just don't care. If it's my opinion, you don't need to do that. You don't need to care. All you need to do is just keep it moving. It's the internet. It's social media.
It's my opinion.
Just because it's your opinion doesn't make you qualified to be a part of the conversation. And a lot of people don't like hearing that. A lot of people don't like it. They can't fathom or allow something like that to enter their mind or their conscious or even their subconscious to understand. Of course you have an opinion.
It's my opinion.
We all have opinions. But you are not qualified to be a part of the conversation because you don't buy DLC anyway. You are against DLC anyway. You don't support DLC anyway. So even if we all came to the universal decision that God of War Ragnarok is DLC, by your beliefs, you would not buy it. So why are you a part of the conversation? Uh-oh, get out of jail free card.
It's my opinion.
And that's where we are in gaming. That's where we are in the gaming community because everyone wants to be a part of the conversation. Everybody must be heard. Everyone wants to give their thoughts. Everybody wants to speak. But it goes to the second part of the post, where I say you're pushing an agenda. Andre Robinson, what's good? S, what's good? You're pushing an agenda. Well, how is that agenda being pushed? Because go back to
what we all interpret as something looking like DLC means. Go back to the original interpretation of how the community as a whole views something that's a full game that you call DLC. Go back to this whole discourse. All of a sudden, you got people come out of the woodwork. Yeah, I agree with Jaffe, man. I think the game does look like DLC.
It looks like DLC.
I'm just trying to say that, the game does look like DLC. If the creator of God of War is saying this, how can you dispute what he's saying? The game does look like DLC. But see, here's the problem. And this is why I say it's for agenda. It's for likes, retweets, and attention. Because it's clear that the people who are agreeing with Jaffe do not know or have a full understanding of what his interpretation of DLC is. Because let's entertain that for a second, right? If his interpretation of DLC was meant, if we took his interpretation of DLC for being what it was, which is just more of the same, right? And let's say it wasn't rude or disrespectful. Corey Hartman, appreciate you for the $2 super chat, bro. Appreciate you. And let's say, let's just say we interpret that as what it is. Take it at face value, right? We don't dig deep into that. We take it for face value. So even if we took that for face value, what Jaffe is saying in terms of God of War Ragnarok looking like DLC, knowing the discourse that has ensued after the fact and seeing everyone come out in the woodworks and saying that, oh yeah, it does look like DLC. I agree with Jaffe. You're essentially saying that the game looks great. You're essentially saying you can't wait to play the game. Because again, if we're going by Jaffe's terminology and Jaffe's definition of DLC, he still can't wait to play the game. He's super excited. It looks more of the same, but he's very excited. And we know for a fact, yo, Strick, what's good, bro? Yo, Red, what's good? Appreciate you, Red, coming through. We know for a fact that that's not what a large majority of these people think when it comes to God of War. Because when you look at Miles Morales and that whole discourse, Insomniac had to defend themselves from people trying to label this as DLC and not enough content and all this other shit. That is what it means. But that's not what they think, because they don't really know what Jaffe really means. They just going off of the headlines, going off a couple of snippets of what they're seeing with podcasts and things like that, and they're running with it. They're seeing that the creator of God of War is calling the game that they really weren't going to buy or care about anyway, DLC, and so they're running with it. But again, when you question them, when their back's against the wall, you know what they say, right? Yo, Cooper, what's good? You know what they say, right, ladies and gentlemen? Say it with me.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
And that's where we are. And that's where we are. Yo, Rollo, what's good? Yo, Raven, what's up? And that's where we are, guys. Where you have on one side, and this is why the community is so fucked. On one side, you've got people who are not qualified to be a part of the conversation. I've already explained my stance with that. And then on the other side, we've got people trying to push an agenda to big up and boast up their console. And then on another side, because we really got a triangle going on here with this bullshit. On another side, we got people trying to shame people for debating about games.
It's my opinion.
Where does it end? I'm asking a serious question. Where does it end? Where does it end when people who just share shit with me, man? Oh, shout out to who this Terrell? Oh, TK. Hey yo, shout out to Terrell, man. Yo, let me yo. Hey yo, Terrell. Shout out to Terrell, man. TKRD. TK, you in the chat? Where you at, man? Yo, round of wait till I look at what I'm about to show y'all. Let me give him a round of applause though, real quick. Round of applause for TK, man. If the damn thing will play. So remember earlier how I was saying that Insomniac was trying to that whole DLC connotation, that whole DLC term can be taken as disrespect. You remember? Remember what I was saying earlier in the show, guys? Hey, yo, listen, man. So, yo, I know what I'm doing, man. You understand? I know what I'm doing out here, man. You understand me? I know what I'm doing out here, man. And ain't no agendas being pushed. I backs all my shit up. Pause. Ain't pushing no agendas. We love gaming out here. But I explain myself very clearly. I'm very blunt. I'm very on point with my topics. I'm very on point with the shit that I say. I ain't just blowing smoke up your ass, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, man. Let's look back on 2020. This dude says, at Insomniac Games, I'm hyped to see Miles Morales in this next release, but in light of everything happening, the black community will be very disappointed if this Miles Morales game is a DLC. If this game is a DLC, first for the Black Spider-Man game, we deserve a full game. Now hold on. Now hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's back it up. Let's back it up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's back it up. Now hold on. I thought DLC, pause by the way. I thought DLC meant more of the same. Ladies and gentlemen, all weekend, all last week, all day today, I thought DLC meant more of the same. Tell a developer your game looks like DLC. And what Insomniac Games say? It's a standalone game, not DLC. Now hold on, Insomniac. Are you telling me, Insomniac, come a little closer, Insomniac. I want to talk to you. A little bit closer, Insomniac. A little bit closer, Insomniac. I want to talk to you only, Insomniac. A little bit closer. Are you trying to tell me and the lovely people here in this chat today that DLC, labeling something as DLC is actually not something that we should take with pride? Are you telling me that labeling a full sequel of a game can be taken as disrespect? Insomniac, don't get mad at me. It's my opinion.
It's my opinion.
You can't get mad at me, Insomniac. It's just my opinion. Insomniac, it's just my opinion. Relax.
It's my opinion.
I'm just asking you questions, baby. I'm just asking you questions. We're having a conversation. Insomniac, I need you to explain to me, is the game DLC or not? And Insomniac told us, it's a standalone game, not DLC. You know why? Because we all know, and Insomniac knows, that what they were creating was not just something that was to be treated as some add-on to an already existing game. This was going to be a standalone game with its own mission structure, its own enemies, its own story, its own world, its own mechanics, but also still being a continuation of an already existing story with Spider-Man. You know what we call that, ladies and gentlemen? We call that a sequel, but what do I know?
It's my opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if I'm off base here. Am I off base here? Let me know in the chat. Am I off base here? I've explained my stance on multiple fronts. Let me know if I'm off base here. Let me know if I'm off base in the chat. Let me know. Or not a sequel, but shout out to Red. Shout out to Red. You know what I mean? Like, it's its own thing, right? It's its own thing, Red. And Red, how you got, see, Red from New York, you feel me? Red trying to beat my ankles. Red, let me live. Let me live, mama. Let me live. Damn, just exposed me in the chat, man. I'm on a good roll, and Red said, You know what I'm gonna hit Red with, right, guys?
It's my opinion.
Hey, yo, shout out to Red, man. Shout out to Red. Shout out to Red. Shout out to Red. Shout out to Red. Hey, yo, I'm gonna open up the Discord, man. I want to talk to y'all for a little bit, man. We gonna talk. Let me put the link in the chat. Y'all come through, join the conversation. Join the conversation, man. Let's talk. Let's talk, guys. Join the conversation if you want for a little bit. Let's have a nice conversation, man. Let's talk. Yo, Red, man, that's the get out of jail free card, man. That's that get out of jail free card, man. They when you don't know what to say, when they don't know what to say, when you got them back against the wall, it's my opinion.
It's my opinion.
That's what they say, man, all the time. Yo. Hey, yo, Hantown, what's up? You got a lot of background noise. Hantown. Yo, Strick, Jamil, we got... No, that's not me. That's you. Oh, that's me? Oh, word? Oh, damn. Hey, that's fire. That's that DLC, man. I need a copy of that. What's going on
today, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling, man? Welcome to the Discord, man.
Oh, good, man. Thank you for the invite.
No doubt,
Everybody's
man.
invited. You just
Absolutely.
gotta be willing to get in here.
Absolutely. So talk to us, man. How you feeling about this whole DLC discourse and whatnot that's been going on and all these frauds that's coming out the woodwork?
Everything that he said that day did not make sense at all, including the ads.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what do you think? Do you remember what happened to Street Fighter V when they put ads in it?
Yeah. A lot of people wasn't feeling that, actually.
Yeah, everybody was fucking pissed. Oh, sorry, pardon my language too.
Nah, you good. You could curse. It's fine. I don't want to stifle anybody speaking, man. Definitely speak how you speak.
I'm a sailor, so it's part of my vocabulary. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Definitely.
But how you call it? A lot of the things that he said that night, it didn't make sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the Street Fighter V community wasn't having it. They actually had to come with a patch in a week to actually be able to turn off the ads.
Yeah, definitely. Crazy.
And I wasn't having it because it just takes the immersion out of the game, period.
Yeah. What about the old like DLC thing and whatnot, and like seeing people online kind of jump on the Jaffe bandwagon of, yeah, it looks like DLC. Like, what's your thoughts on all that?
Bro, he's not right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how is he gonna base that off one trailer where they barely showed anything? It's just snippets of, areas and stuff like that, where nothing is actually really shown.
Yeah. They showed a lot, though.
Mean,
they
like,
definitely.
You broke it down. I think it was like Friday or Thursday.
Yeah,
I can't remember last time.
It was Friday.
It was Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? He took that shit, low and shit, and showed you, hey, look, there's town. Look, there's people in the background too.
There's new enemy types and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. It's crazy. Yo, Strick, what's good, bro?
Yo.
I ain't talked to you. I ain't talked to you in a minute, Strick. I ain't gonna lie, man. I missed you. No homo.
Hey, likewise, brother. You already know, man. I've been, in the shadows, kind of lurking at people's opinion and just lurking, on Twitter, seeing what people saying, man. And
I
I
missed
ain't
the
gonna lie.
smoke on the timeline though. I saw the smoke you put today though.
Yeah, you know the vibes. Like, you know the
Absolutely,
vibes, bro.
absolutely.
Yeah, man. Because I'm disappointed, man. And I'm a first say this. I didn't watch the whole thing with David Jaffe, sick and thrash and all that. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I'm not really gonna comment too much on that. Obviously, if he called a game DLC though, I mean that's a slap in the face. That's belittling someone's work, and I don't know why. I don't know how it can be seen any other way than that. So that's just my opinion on that. But I'm very disappointed in the gaming community, man, because I see, from a foundational level, we all have opinions. We're all opinionated people, some more than others, like me, you, Bari, Luca, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just funny because a lot of people are getting or ragging on these people for having an opinion. So I'm not understanding why. Like, if you're passionate about a topic, if you're passionate about something, you're going to have an opinion about it, and you're going to be passionate about it. But for some reason, it's looked down on because it's fucking gaming. And I'm just looking at Twitter and I'm looking at what people are saying, and they're like, oh, why does this matter? Why do you care so much on what he called it, and et cetera? So it's annoying, and I'm just looking at the community like, wow. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I look at it.
No, yeah,
It still doesn't make sense because it's like Persona said, the original creator of God of War saying this,
It's just not even about that though. It's just about you're literally belittling someone's work, bro. It's like you put in mad work on a project, and then a teacher come in and be like, "Yo, that project ain't shit." Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, dog. Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? And it really questions the substance in the gaming community. It really just focuses on that. You know what I'm saying? It focuses on substance and really what people are here for. Why are they here? Are they here to say stupid shit to get attention? Or are you here because you genuinely feel that way? Because a lot of these opinions are honestly dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really how I feel about it. But either way, whether you're doing it intentionally or not, it's equally stupid. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man, what I see going down, to be honest.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Yo, I agree though, man. When it comes to, like being able to debate and have conversations and whatnot, and gaming, it's just like, yo, like, and again, people take it too far. So it's not like I don't want to put it on just like one side, because a lot of people do take things too far, where it's like, you made this shit really weird. But then you've got, people where it's like, they're not a part of the console war. They don't really care about these types of topics. They keep commenting on it or commenting on the people who talk about it. And I'm just like, bro, why? It's like, it's like, when you break up with like a shorty, with your girl or whatever, and, you always like checking in on her. Or, like, oh, she got a new man. He ain't better than me. I'm the best, man. I'm the best she ever had. You feel me? Like, or, she always like, who that? I seen with your little girlfriend at the mall today. She all right. I'm better though. It's just like, yo, why you keep checking for me? If you don't care, move on. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things.
Yeah, and definitely people need to know the line, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's us having an opinion about stuff like that, and then there's like people talking about people's families, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Like, people need to know that line, and to be honest, the line is honestly clear, you know what I'm saying? Whether you want to cross that or not, that's on you. But, I mean, I just don't understand why people I don't understand why people are mad at, gamers having strong opinions about this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm passionate about gaming, dog, you know what I'm saying? I'm a gamer 7.5, so it's just like, I invested a lot of time in it, so why wouldn't I have a strong opinion about something within the gaming community? You feel me? So I just don't get why people's really on people's case about that shit.
Exactly. Yo, Jamil, what's good, bro? Talk to us.
What's going on? What's up?
Chilling, man. How you feeling today?
I'm doing all right. Just, you know me. I'm like,
What up, Jay?
I'm like Sting in WCW, man. I'm in the rafters just watching.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
That's a perfect.
What up with you, Jay?
What's going on, man?
I'm imagining Sting too from that
You
clip.
still getting feedback on my end or not?
You said what?
Nah, no feedback on your end. Nah.
Oh,
But go ahead, Jamal. Go ahead, Jamal. Give us your thoughts, bro.
so I'm looking at this in a couple of different ways. So the first thing I want to say, and this is about Jaffe's opinion. I immediately think of the term dog whistle. So yeah, we
Damn.
so we reacted, right? We react to him saying DLC because as gamers, we know what that's implying.
Yeah.
And so he throws the term out there, and then he turns around and says, but look at the videos I made. Well, I said I like it, and I think it's the best, blah, 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 right? So it's almost like, you know, when you watch Fox News and they make a comment about LeBron James having an opinion about something political, and they say something wild, and then when you press them about it, they say, oh, well, I mean, he's not experienced in the political field. There's a lot of nuances to the subject, and he's just speaking loosely, and he should be more educated on the situation. Instead of what you're saying is shut up and dribble. Like, you ain't good for nothing but dribbling the basketball, nigga. Stay in your lane, right? So either Jaffe is completely ignorant and doesn't know his audience, or he knows them 100%, which is kind of a developer's job. But you know your audience 100% to the point where it's like, okay, even though I like God of War 2018, I'm going to call Ragnarok, which is one of the more anticipated titles this generation, I'm going to call it DLC because I know that immediately people are going to have a negative impression of it. And then I'm going to say, yeah, it's more of the same. And then if I catch any blowback, well, I like the other God of War. It's like, but you know what you said. You know what you said. It's a dog whistle. And so it's kind of it's irresponsible on his end. But as far as DLC itself, like we know what it entails. And I've always felt like as long as there's some sort of improvement, addition to something, then it's its own thing.
Yeah.
DLC is literally supplemental to something that already exists. If a game comes out and it's completely supplemental to the previous game, then yeah, you can say that. If it's standalone DLC, because we've had that.
Yeah.
But it's piggybacking off of that story and not a direct not a sequel, so to speak. If it's just completely leaning on the previous story, then yeah, it's DLC, even if it stands alone. There's nothing about Miles Morales that leans on the previous Spider-Man. There's nothing in Ragnarok that's gonna, even though I don't know anything about it, I can already tell it's not completely reliant on the previous story. It's adding more to it. It's the next step. You know, so you, as a developer, he knows this. As gamers, we know this. So to me, it's just, you know, like I said, one big dog whistle, and I'm watching from the rafters with my face paint on and everything, and the dogs are, you know, the ears perked up, everybody spinning around in circles. What's going on?
Well, this is why I said, Jamal. I said because of who it is and his status. This is why the discourse is happening. If this was Jamil, you know this. If this was anybody else, no one would give a fuck because it would just be another fanboy shouting to the wall, you know, into the wind.
It'll play out the regular way everything else plays out. But he has the world's biggest dog whistle. So everybody's running around.
You said a dog whistle. This shit is crazy, bro.
You know, and we are passionate about our stuff, and people have different levels. You know, I'm not passionate to the point where I'm gonna really yell and scream and, you know, go all out on somebody or disrespect one side of the argument or the other. I'm not really, that's not my thing. I'll passionately argue a subject, and I'll get passionate enough to curse, but I ain't gonna curse at nobody. You know, we know this. But I ain't fighting nobody. I ain't doing none of that. But
the only thing you're gonna be fighting is your your phone screen. You're gonna break your head.
Exactly. Let me get we got a lot of new people. I want to get their thoughts real quick. Jamil always come through, man. Drop the knowledge, man. He always he puts it in a very elegant way. Dog whistle, like.
I haven't heard that terminology.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's an old school thing right there.
Yo, Cario, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
What's up with your
What's going on, man?
persona? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. What's your name in the chat so that I know in the YouTube chat?
Kerry Howe.
Okay. What's good, bro?
Oh, man, chilling, man. Man, everybody know why Jaffe saying that it's DLC. For number one, you either discrediting the developer work, or you want to be part of the, what I like to call it is the toxic for profit program. Well, they know what they doing, man. Like he really trying to get a certain audience over there to where he at. So he know they're gonna bring certain people in to come and look at it, but just be straight up about it. Like you told him, send it in to them developers and let me see. Is you gonna do it? You see what he said? He wasn't gonna do it because he already know that he can't do that. Like I'm saying, you're a developer for number one. You're a developer, so you already know the hard work that goes in to creating these games, man. These games take a lot. So when you say stuff like that as a fellow developer to another developer, come on, man, you can't call these people game a DLC. You can't do that.
Think it's respectful.
You can't. You can't call it a DLC.
Okay.
So you know what it take to make a DLC. You know what it take to make a DLC, Jaffe. So get what? God of War was created in 2018. So you mean to tell me it gonna take these folks all the way to 2022 to make another DLC? Just acknowledge the work. Just acknowledge the hard work they putting in. And y'all did his ass right, man. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I really enjoy you guys, man. Y'all sick, thrash, all y'all, cause y'all keep it real, man. Y'all ain't like the rest of these cats. Man, they want to say everything correct because they don't want to lose their limelight in the gaming. The gaming community. They don't want to lose that. But guess what? This is what people sign up for. The people that support y'all, man, and the people that come in and subscribe to these channels and send these super chats in to everybody, this is what they come for. They come for the entertainment. You gotta be able to have these type of debates. Like you said, you could debate in sports, you could debate in everything, but you can't debate in gaming. If you debate something in gaming, then you wrong for it. But y'all cats are the cats that playing the game. Y'all cats are the ones that buying the game. When I look on Twitter, I see the games y'all playing, man. Y'all gaming. Y'all getting these trophies, these platinums and all this. And the rest of them, they just send back. I don't know what they doing, but guess what? If you too old to play games, just get out of the way, man.
Hey, man, talk to him, Kerry.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, man, listen, I appreciate you, supporting the channel and coming through and giving your thoughts, man. It really means a lot, honestly. And, I say it a lot on What's Up PlayStation podcast, but, that podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. And how I am, man, I'm more of a keep my ear close to the ground type of person. I always keep it real, man. Like, even, if they come to me like, yo, I want you to do this, I'm always going to give my thoughts authentically because that's how I want people. I can't expect, people like IGN or all these other people to be authentic, and I don't be that way. You get what I'm saying? I am who I am. And Thrash and Sick and them, they like that as well.
I don't trust IGN at all, period.
Yeah.
Me either, man. Listen, it's something else that I figured out. It took me a minute to figure it out, but these gaming journalists, man, they just don't know how much people value their opinion on these games and stuff. So when they go as far as saying that they're not completing the games, because I always thought when a journalist get his opinion about the game, I actually thought he was beating the game. Like, you could, like, how you able to play 10, 15, 20 minutes of a game and say a game is great or bad? Like, how can you get that type of, how can you analyze a game like that? But I always thought they was completing the game. So when I found out that they weren't completing the game, that's when I kind of backed off on them, man. I don't care. I'm not listening to these folks.
Trust me when I tell you, I know.
Yeah, I'm just judging off my experience, and I've been
That's the best
gaming,
way.
man, since I was 5 years old, man. I done own every console, man. I love gaming. I love the community. You feel me? Like I love all this, but
No doubt,
man, y'all just keep doing what y'all doing, dog. I just want to see y'all grow, man, cause y'all deserve it, man. All the other fake ones, the ones that being fake and all that, them the ones that, it seems like they the ones that go up, man. But I just want to tell y'all guys, man, I salute y'all, man. Y'all keep keeping it real, no matter what they say. Y'all stand on that. Cause my dad always told me, when you speak your mind, man, you get better results, man.
Absolutely.
So
Squeaky wheel, get the all.
Always do that, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro. Bird, man, what's good, man? Talk to us.
What's good?
Chilling, man. Yeah, we hear you good, man. Talk to us.
I just want to come in, just, for real, listening to Jaffe speak, he sound like a bitter Roman Reigns, he's always acknowledging me, we acknowledged you, man, for the first God of War.
Yeah.
But when he called this next God of War, DLC, it felt like he was upset. He's looking at what they did to innovate and made it better. He's like, damn, I felt like I wanted to be a part of that. So it feels like he's going out of his way and trashing it. And to say that's not a derogatory term, come on, really?
Yeah.
Like, we both, like, if you're a gamer,
this whole discourse ain't happening off of something that's not that's considered derogatory.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Yeah.
For me, like, I've been gaming since I bought Axelay and SNES. So been for a while. So I'm a long time gamer, and the reason why I gravitated to you and Barry is because you guys just keep it real. Like, there's no fluff. You're entertaining, and there's no fluff. Like, just facts.
Yeah.
That's really what you and Barry is about. But for me, when Jaffe said that, I was like, bro, like, you're a developer and you're saying this?
Yeah.
Calling it DLC?
Crazy.
It's just crazy to me.
Crazy.
But and for me, I feel like Miles Morales, it's not a sequel, but it's a spin-off. But Insomniac is doing exactly what Sony does best. Sony is they're also in the movie business, correct?
Yep.
So they're doing exactly what any film does. You create the world, you pick a character out of that world, and you expand on that character. You see it in Marvel, you see it in DC.
Exactly.
Sony is realizing, these are these blockbuster moves that we need to start doing. So what do? Well, we have Spider-Man.
But these spin-offs are entire games, though. And the thing is, they've been doing this since the beginning of last generation. And even prior to that, with First Light, right? First Light and
Infamous,
Lost Legacy. All that shit. And these are all standalone spin-off games with like hours of content.
I think Sony is realizing, we've got these entities with these IPs that we have. To call those DLC, it's incorrect. What Sony is doing is they're creating multiple worlds. You remember when they had that first slogan, "Live in your world, play in ours"?
Yep.
So what they're doing is they're looking at all these worlds that they had and just expanding and making them bigger and better. I wouldn't be surprised if Infamous gets a movie, if at some point Horizon becomes either a TV series or a movie. Those are not going to be DLC. I think those are going to be fully realized worlds that Sony's going to be able to market on.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely, man. I definitely appreciate your support, man. We had some good matches too on DNF Duel. Shout out to Ver.
Hey,
when the full game come out, man, we got to do a lobby, man. When the full game drop.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I wanted to lab Grappler because I need to learn what I can do, and I just had to. When you opened your lobby, I was like, let me just get in here and see if I can get something going. Those are some good matches.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you coming through, giving your thoughts too, bro.
For sure.
Muck, I see you. Sir Percival was first. So let me get Sir Percival, and then I'll get you, Muck. Sir Percival, give us your thoughts, bro. Welcome to the show. Parsival, right? Yeah, Parsival. Yeah,
yes, sir.
What's up, bro? What's your name in the YouTube chat so I know?
This is Corey Hartman.
Oh, Corey Hartman. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through.
What's up, brother?
Chilling, man. Welcome to the show. Give us your thoughts on this.
I mean, I think you guys have pretty much said it all. I mean, there's not much else to really be said. I mean, it was just disrespectful. He knew it was going to be disrespectful. That's why he said it, because he needs them YouTube clicks. Like Six said, he's like, you've devolved from being a legendary developer into being a YouTuber who's posting clickbait. You know, why? You don't need to do that stuff. You got a following. You got people who love your games. Like, you don't need to do that type of shit to get views and stuff. Like, that shit was just insanely disrespectful to people who put 4 to 5 years of their life on this shit. Like, this isn't, you know what I mean? They get paid bonuses for how well the game does.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think, you know, especially when you look at how Metacritic and all these other things are tied to people's bonuses and making, you know, getting extra money, and or even if they get a sequel, or if the studio stays open or whatever. You know, words, the power of words, especially on social media, especially with the status that a lot of people hold within this industry, can be detrimental to people's livelihoods. It's you know, so you really have to choose your words carefully, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I just don't understand why, you being a developer, why you would even. And then it was such a, I didn't even think of that, but it was such a boss move for you to be like, yo, why don't you tweet them directly, and then we can see whether or not they think what you said was an insult or not. And then he wouldn't do it, because he knew as soon as he said that tweet, one of them was going to text him and be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would you even say some shit like that? Like, we're supposed to be homies. We're supposed to be friends.
I think they've seen it now.
Shit about you on his YouTube or something, you know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to be homies. Like, you know?
Yep, I definitely think they've seen it now with all the discourse.
Right, exactly,
on
and as they should, because that's some clown shit. And like, the crazy thing is, to me, is like, I feel like social media has made like a safe place for everyone's opinion, and like, sometimes that's a good thing, and then other times it's a bad thing, because you're making a safe space for people to express bullshit. And like, if you were in person if we were in, you know, if we had all the homies over and we were gaming and you said some dumb shit like that, you're gonna get roasted because it's some dumb shit. And like, I don't understand why people get upset when people get roasted for saying stupid takes. Like, if we were in person and you weren't on the internet, you would get roasted, just like Sick roasted him, because, you know, like you said, words have consequences.
Yeah, you're right, man. And it's funny you say that, because it's like, I don't know, like, what the terminology, I guess roasting would be what it is, but you know, you say stupid shit around your friends, or you say something that don't make sense, yo, man, like, people gonna get at you, like, and it's not, and I think that's this whole, like, I think this era that we're growing up in now, where a lot of people are growing up in the internet era and in the social media TikToker era, where a lot of people wear their heart on their sleeve or on their chest in front of millions of people they've never met, right? So there's no true bonds being made, right? But in social media, things can easily be misinterpreted. This is why, you know, especially with me and how I question, that's why, like, I'm so blunt and I question people very directly, because shit can get lost in the sauce, man. Like, I'm very direct, because you know how it is, man, with people, they go on this rant, you ask them a question and they just go on this long ass rant of things that do not apply to the question. I'm very direct. What is this? What is that? Is it this? Is it that? Because I want to get to the point, you know? So, you're making a lot of good points there, Percival, man. And shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Give me your thoughts, bro.
Yes, sir.
Muck, man, what's good, bro?
Ain't a damn thing, man. What's up?
Nothing much, man. Give me. I know you was in that thrash chat on Saturday. I know you was there.
Listen. I was listening. I said, nah, I'm something ain't sound right. Something ain't sound right.
Yeah.
I dipped out. I came back. I said, nah, this shit don't even make sense, man. Listen, we gotta stop giving Jaffe all his energy. Jaffe is the same one who said that Rivet was sexy. Rivet. This man said Rivet was sexy. Come on, man.
Oh, man.
I think something is mentally wrong with Jaffe. I think when he's, you know, like when you're getting old, you get a little senile.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened to Jaffe. Because if Jaffe sat down and see his takes and hear himself and the stuff that he been putting out there, the little jokes about that thing that he wasn't supposed to joke about, shit like that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What about the DLC discourse you've been seeing on like social media with like a lot of like pro Xbox guys jumping becoming
Listen.
Jaffe's best friend, and oh yeah, I think it's DLC too, and all this bullshit, man.
I commend people like Strictly and people like you because for how I see these guys act on the internet and start to get like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing. I'm like, dude, if you come from that kind of culture, you wouldn't talk it. You wouldn't get on the internet and say, oh, you wouldn't do me anything if you see. Nah, we don't handle business like that.
Yeah.
We don't handle business like that. So when I see people really getting upset and really going at each other over the internet and talking crazy and talking like they gangster on the internet, that shit is weird, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit is weird. Jack. So that's why I'd be in a lot of these spaces and just sit quiet because it's like I don't subscribe to shit like that. And the whole DLC thing, that mean every sequel to a game is DLC. If their concept is how it is. Because from Halo 1 to Halo 5, all of that shit is DLC.
Yeah.
All the Gran Turismos, DLC.
Yeah.
All the Street Fighters, DLC. I mean, common sense will tell you
every Mario been coming out for 30 years.
All the Marios are
that
DLC.
Shit gotta be DLC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I heard them say, yeah, this is DLC, nah. So that means we could say the same thing about Fast and the Furious. From the first Fast and the Furious to the last one is DLC.
Just feel like DLC be the same. I'm sorry. I just the fast after like Tokyo Drift, that shit went downhill. Hey yo, after Tokyo Drift, that shit just went downhill, man. I'm just like, yo, what is this, bro?
Yeah,
like, I can't.
It's just fucking terrible.
Yeah, but you see their whole concept is flawed.
Yeah,
it's flawed.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard them say this DLC shit, I just laughed, man.
Yeah, I mean, and real like, there's nothing wrong with DLC too. Like, I want to preface that too. Like,
nothing wrong.
I don't think anyone here is bashing DLC as like what it is for what it is. It's just, again, this whole how the objective definition of what DLC is versus how we interpret it and how Jaffe and others might interpret it as well, right? Obviously with this discourse that's been happening on social media the past couple days, clearly the interpretation of the community is this whole negative vibe of what it's been. You get what I'm saying? So that's why but what DLC is what it is. It's downloadable content, stuff that's an add-on, expansions and things. That's DLC. That's what it is at its core.
It's just like the Forza Horizon. It got a DLC couple months later. That was DLC.
Yeah. Yep. That's DLC.
I mean,
it's an expansion of an already existing medium of the first of whatever that first game is. Hey man, we got the man of the hour.
Oh, don't tell me Jaffe's here.
No, sick. If Jaffe, I hope that if Jaffe want to pull up, Jaffe, we have a conversation. Respectful conversation.
As a man of the hour. Like, oh shit.
Well, because a lot of people have been trying to come
to VI.
That's Muck.
I know that accent. Bro, this nigga sound like everybody in my fucking family, dog. But all right, go ahead.
Oh shit! Don't do that. What up, Rick?
Nah, I was gonna say
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yep.
Oh, I'm from the British side.
Say Croy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Accent.
Yeah. No, I picked that up as soon as I heard that. But nah, man, like.
Let me
I'm not the man. Listen, I'm not the man of the hour, bro.
Real quick, let me just get these super chats because they piling up.
You got it.
Yo, Braxton Ball, appreciate you for the $3 super chat. It says David Jaffe is Xbox fanboy's new favorite dev. That's a fact. Yo, Viper man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says if they don't understand the passion behind the questions asked, they never were a part of this community to begin with. Facts. Listen, man, people speak with passion, man. That's just what it is, and that's in every hobby or entertainment medium, man. Again, you got Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless screaming at each other for 2 hours over fucking John Morant versus LaMelo Ball or whatever the fuck. Like, come on, man. Like, let's stop this. Yo, foxing around Austin. Yo, Austin, what's good, man? He says, you'd never catch a Kojima or Miyamoto slander their peers' work. I'm just saying, that's a fact. You don't see people Yo, that's a fact. Austin making good points. And then Forget Me Not appreciates you for the Canadian $2. He says Attack on Titan is greater than Demon Slayer. Basic ass story facts. You see, Forget Me Not, I'm gonna have to ban you from the chat for like 15 minutes because you disrespecting Demon Slayer. There will be no Demon Slayer in the chat. Okay.
Hey yo, Demon Slayer is fire,
That's
bro.
a
Like I'm
fact.
not like a super heavy anime person, but man,
It's fire.
that first season was fucking crazy,
Amazing.
dog.
Amazing.
Yeah,
let me get
Demon
this
Slayer
last
is
super chat real quick. Yo, Birdman, appreciate you for the $5 super chat. He says, if God of War Ragnarok
out,
is
Spy
DLC,
Family.
hold on, Anta. If God of War Ragnarok is DLC, then by all means, Sony keep making them DLCs. That's a fact. so sick. The reason why I called you the man of the hour was because this, today has been a real messy day where people trying to drag your name through the mud because of how you were acting on Thrash's show on Saturday, right? And I was listening to the space that you was in with Guap just a moment ago before I started my show. But give me talk. I want to know two things. One, what was going through your mind in the moment? Although I do know because I was there, like live, seeing it. But just for the people that might have missed it or whatever, what was going through your mind at that moment? And two, just give me your thoughts on this whole DLC discourse and whatnot. I want to hear your thoughts, man. Talk to us.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. Look, I have absolutely no issue with how David Jaffe responded. I don't care about the bitches. I don't care about the morons. I don't care about the uneducated. I don't care about none of that. He is entitled to say, this is the round table, bro. We get down. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where, nigga, we always throw in insults. So I didn't take it no way. I don't think David Jaffe took it anyway. But at the same time, let's cut the bullshit. My biggest issue was the bullshit that he was peddling, bro. Like, he knows exactly what he meant when he said DLC. That was definitely to minimize the efforts of that team that put that fucking game together, that sequel together. He knows, I'm telling you, he knows this because somebody in the chat said that his God of War 2 was a fucking DLC and he flipped his shit. He flipped his shit. So why would he flip his shit if DLC isn't demeaning? You know what I'm saying? Like, why flip your shit if that's the case? So me personally, let me tell you, if this conversation would have been like, yeah, well, I'm saying this because fuck that crew, fuck the shit they got going on. I don't really give a damn about what they're talking about. If he would have just came out and said that, then there would have been no argument because he kept it a buck. He just said that he said what he felt. You know what I'm saying? There would have been no retort from me. I'm not here to defend Sony Santa Monica. Not at all. But when you're pissing on me and telling me it's raining, bro, that's when I got a fucking problem with it, dog. We gonna cut the bullshit here, dog. You gonna say what it is and mean what it say. And everybody came at this man at the exact same way. He never gave anybody an answer. Who got an answer yesterday? You were there, Persona. Who? What was it yesterday? No, Saturday.
It was Saturday.
Who got an answer? Nobody got an answer. It
That's
turned
what I'm saying.
into,
I was gonna say
this is my definition, and you're uneducated, and you don't know the terminology and shit like that.
Well,
like,
my whole
bro.
thing is,
Like,
I walked away from that conversation, with more questions than answers, really, because I really didn't get any. Only confirmation that I got was when I asked him to tag who he tagged. That confirmed it when he wouldn't do it, even though I was gonna throw him the $100 in his super chat. That confirmed to me that you know why this whole discourse is even happening and why the people think what they think, because it can be taken as disrespect. And like I showed earlier on the show, I had showed remember Sick when Insomniac was trying to defend Miles Morales because people were trying to call that DLC, and Miles Morales was like, no, this is a full game, you can do this and do that, it's hours of content, blah blah blah. Come on, man, that shit can be taken as disrespect, especially to developers.
No, it is disrespect. That's exactly how he wanted it to come off, but he didn't know that people were gonna question what the fuck he said. He thought it was gonna be like everywhere else he go, where people just let him say what he want and then just walk away with that and be like, oh yeah, well, because they just happy to have David Jaffe there. I don't give a fuck about having you here, bro. Like, let me keep it a buck, bro. I'm not starstruck by none of these niggas, bro. I found out how, like, when I realized how fake all of this shit is and how everybody does things because they want to network or they have ulterior motives, that's why the circle is so small with me, bruh. Because most of these niggas is fake and they just doing what they can to get to where they trying to go. That's it. So nobody really thought that somebody was going to call Jaffe on this bullshit. He didn't even think it was going to happen. He thought the fact that he was the developer of God of War was going to be a reason for him to be able to throw his weight around. And he found out real quick that that's not what the fuck was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if you don't mute this guy or kick this guy out,
yo, I couldn't believe he said that, man.
Move.
I couldn't believe he was like telling. It's crazy. He was telling Thrash of all people, like, yo, kick sick. Telling Thrash to kick sick out of a podcast? Are you crazy? Yo, stop it, man.
Yo, you know what that remind me of? When goddamn, I don't know if he was on your podcast or Barry podcast, and some nigga told Barry.
Oh, you you talking about what's his name? Shout out to my boy. That's just the guy. Hey, when just the guy we was arguing, and he was like, "Hey, Barry, kick Persona out the podcast." Barry said, "Hell no, they got this Persona podcast too." Hey, yo, you gotta be out your damn mind. You think just the guy thought Barry's gonna kick me out the podcast? Hell no, nigga. Yo, you got a better chance of getting kicked out than me.
Hey, let me keep it a buck though, man, because I know some of y'all just don't really understand how some of this shit go, dog. Like, again, if you watch the round table, then you know me, Thrash, we argue all the time.
Yeah.
Me and Fatal, we argue all the time, bro.
Yep.
You would think I hate them or they hate me in some of the episodes that we on because we get down and we get busy. It is what it is. I ain't got no problems with Jaffe, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I'm saying this is because for some reason people think I want to fight Jaffe, and I'm like, dog, what are you talking about?
That's people see that, and that's this whole internet shit though, man. Where people try to push these other agendas to kind of further, again, the engagement, the likes, the retweets, the attention, bro.
Yeah.
I tell. Remember when we were going back and forth about exclusives and games going to PC, me and you, and we was having that real heated debate, right, about that shit. I'm just like, yo, it's passion, bro. Like, and I was saying this earlier, bro. Niggas, people argue about sports and all this other stuff and debate and all this stuff. That's all. It's passion, man. Like, it's nothing more, nothing less. As long as it stays within the realm of gaming, it's fine. Once it goes out the realm where you try to disrespect people's personal looks, their family, their wives, and all that, that's where it's like, nah, bro, that shit, I don't do that, man. That's not good. But in the realm of gaming, we good.
Let me tell you, I talked about all of Jaffe's kids. You know what I'm saying? I talked about how DCF had to, come and remove the kids from the house, and now they in a house that's,
come on,
over 20 million. You know what I mean? Stepdaddy out here doing what he do. You know what I mean? God. Shout out to Corey Barlog. But yeah, nah.
You talk about God of War.
It was never anything personal. Yeah. It was never anything personal with me. Like, I ain't talking about his kids, his wife, his house, his blah 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 blah. But I do think he's a YouTuber, bro. You more of a YouTuber than a developer at this point, bro. So we're gonna treat you as such. Like, you want to have both. You want to eat your cake. You want to have your cake and eat it too. But at the same time, you can't do that because you're around here pushing clickbait bullshit. You know exactly what you're doing. You know the target audience for this bullshit, and that's the reason why you're doing it. And that was the only point that I was trying to make. Like, bro, like, stop with the bullshit. Stop playing like you don't know why people don't understand why you're saying what you're saying. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing, dog, because you can't sit up here and tell me, Persona, that he didn't know why people were wondering why he would call something DLC.
No,
we've heard this rhetoric before. If we seen it, he's seen it. He's in the same side of Twitter that we are in. Yeah. He's not in a professional sector of Twitter where everything is all peaches and cream and he don't see the rhetoric being pushed. He knows exactly what he was saying, and he knew the crowd he was attempting to get to watch his video. But that's what he does for the clicks. Had he said, yeah, dog, I did that shit for the clicks, man. I wanted to bring in the fanboys. Nigga, I would have left it right there and I wouldn't have said a single fucking thing. I would have been like, all right, shit, that's what it is.
That's why I said what I said, where I was saying, like, yo, the only reason why all of this is happening is because of who's saying it. Yeah. If it was anybody else on the internet, it wouldn't be this. It really would not be. That's why
I'm glad it is, though. This has been the most entertaining weekend absolutely. I've had in a minute. Bro.
Very, very entertaining.
Hey, Sick.
Yo.
I want you to do me a favor, right?
What's up?
I want you to properly defend your USVI people. Okay?
You
Cause
want
I'm
me to
sick of
properly
people
defend my who?
your USPS.
Oh, the USPS.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
Yo, why
Because
would I do that?
No. Listen to White, right? Because this guy Xbox University, he got us looking bad out here, man.
Or the skunk that he's not from the fucking VI.
Nah, he is. He got the accent.
Yeah, but he always says so.
Yeah, he got the
has
accent.
The flag, and he be embarrassing us.
He got the accent too. Listen to him
yeah,
talk.
I be doing all this shit just for clout. You see how much followers I got now? That shit is embarrassing to me. And that shit pisses me off.
Let Uni live, man. He out here building his empire, man. Let him live, man. Let him live.
How do you think I feel whenever Doc Dark opens his mouth? At least his big brother has.
Doc cool. Doc cool,
no.
man.
Hold on.
Doc
Let
cool
me defend
people.
Doc Dark real quick. Let me defend Doc
Yeah, he
Dark
cool
real
people.
quick. Let me tell you something about Doc Dark. One reason why I never jumped on Doc Dark is because I was like, bro, what the is this that you're doing? I swear to God, you can ask him. And he was like, bro, like this is the way I gotta get views, bro. He was like, bro, I can make. He said, I can make a regular video, but nobody gonna come and watch it. But dude, when I make these like salacious titles and shit, nigga, they come through. And I was like, all right, respect, bro. I just left it alone, dog.
Hey, man,
he was 100, bro. He was 100, dog.
Gotta get it how you live.
That's it. I ain't really got nothing to say about that, dog. Like, my thing is, bro, just don't fucking, bro. I got a real problem with people saying shit and being intellectually dishonest for no reason, bro. I have a real fucking problem with that, dog. And when you step to the table, whatever you say is gonna be criticized to the max.
Yep.
Even if we don't give a fuck about it, even if we don't give a fuck about it, we gonna figure out why you feel this way.
Yeah.
That's why we went so hard with Jaffe and the DLC shit. Cause we like, bro, as a person who made games, bro, if I look at your Twisted Metal games, Twisted Metal 1 looks just like Twisted Metal 2, bro. God of War 1 looks just like God of War 2. You know what I'm saying? So when you're saying this spiteful shit, like it comes off as super condescending and hypocritical. I'm sorry, it does. You know what I mean? And that's really all anybody was questioning about is like, yo, why this terminology? Why were you using this terminology to describe this game? After Miles Morales got like fucking dude, oh my God. That game, from the beginning, they tried to run that narrative because they were upset about it. They were upset that this game was coming. So they're like, okay, so to make ourselves feel better, we just gonna say something like, oh, well, you know, this isn't even a full game. Like, dude, this is just a DLC, bro. Like, you know what I mean? This is just something that they were gonna put out as DLC for Spider-Man. And multiple times, multiple sources from Insomniac were like, dude, this is a full-fledged game. This is us telling Miles' story. This is not DLC content for Spider-Man. And y'all don't think that it's super weird that David Jaffe used the same rhetoric?
Well,
y'all don't think that it's weird that everything that happens with Sony games, he's the one reporting the same bullshit?
Well, it's just
but
like
no, none of this is interconnected though, right? This is just me. This is sick being a pony, right? Let's just chalk it to that, and then we can invalidate everything, right?
Well, it's just like the guy, I forgot his name, but was calling a game one and done, right? Like, I'm starting to see a lot of influencers use these fanboy terminologies or console war terminologies where I'm just like, what? One and done? Like, yo, that's some shit you hear in like some console war debate shit. That's not some shit like somebody uses to describe a game, not professionally. But man, was straight up like, yo, this is a one and done. And I'm like, what? So like, yo, it's starting to seep out much more and more. But that just lets me know that a lot of these people do pay attention to the quote unquote console wars that a lot of people hate, to claim they hate, right? Or the debate. Let me not just preface it as console wars, because I feel like that prefacing everything as console war is also disingenuous, because that's why we're where we're at now, where anytime you see a debate, people think it's just some fanboy nonsense, and it's not. You know, a debate can be a debate between two people who like the same thing, right? Me and Barry debate on shit all the time. That's my boy. You know, we do a podcast together every Saturday. We talk all the time. I got no beefs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to preface it as console warring, but a lot of these influencers do follow, I believe, do follow and pay attention to the debates, the discourse, the console war stuff as well, and it's shit that's going on. Because if they weren't, just look at how journalism, or I should say gaming journalism, has taken this swift turn to where it's at now.
Deteriorated. Call it what it is. That shit has deteriorated.
And just look at how a lot of YouTubers, even larger YouTubers, are titling their content, what the things they're talking about, the terminologies that they're using. I mean, come on, man. You paying attention? Yo, Barry, what's good, bro? Oh, that's how you feel, Barry? Cool.
Barry was lit that night.
Best list, man. Make I get it
Yo,
right.
Barry, the only nigga I know that could pull off all white, bro.
Hey, white, damn near skin, damn near white too. It's like, of course he can pull it off.
He the only one I know can pull off all white, bro. Like,
I don't wear white, man. It's gonna get dirty, bro. Even sneakers, man. I
wear white t-shirts, but you know,
I'll wear a white tee underneath another shirt, I'll wear it as like an undershirt or like a V-neck. But I gotta have like a button up or
niggas
something.
be out there in New York wearing all type of coats.
Hey, Persona. Hey, Persona.
Yeah.
We debate a lot, and I win most of them.
All right, relax. Hey, yo, relax.
Oh,
calm that
hey,
shit
listen,
down.
Yo, y'all missing the big picture here on this whole talk on DLC and one and dones and all that stuff. I was trying to ask, Jaffe the question in the super chat, boy. You know, I was a little bit tipsy that Saturday, and I didn't get it off right. Where I asked him, I said, "Yo, so are you trying to say that this game is DLC, so it shouldn't cost $60 to $70? Because that's what it comes down to in today's gaming world. People are putting these taglines in these games and all that stuff. Guess why? Because they don't want to pay $60 to $70. That's what it comes down to. These motherfuckers don't want to buy shit when it comes to gaming. So they're going to undermine the developers and say shit is DLC. They're going to undermine developers and say shit is one and done. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be like, you know what? I get to play this garbage-ass game in this service for $10, $15 a month, and you get to pay $70.
$70.
You know what? Now that I think about it, that makes a lot of sense. You know why that makes a lot of sense? Because David Jaffe is hell bent on pushing this Game Pass agenda.
Exactly.
He said time and time again that this is where he wants gaming to go. You know what I'm saying? He wants it to be subscription based. Even when we was talking about the Xbox ads and shit, he was like, dude, it would be great if I could just, turn on my console or PC or whatever and be able to utilize Game Pass without paying any money. And then all of a sudden an ad pop up through the game. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about? But he was really pushing this particular agenda. So now that you say that, Barry, that actually does make all the sense in the world.
Yo, that's what it is, Sick. That's what it is. These people in the industry, we see time for time, they don't want to pay for these goddamn games. You know what I mean? And yo, there's no way, there's no way David Jaffe could come out and say, yo, this shit look like DLC more the same, and expect that to be like, oh, I meant that in a whimsical way. No, he didn't.
In a positive way.
That's what he said, and I was just like, I couldn't understand the whole ad thing. Really threw me for a loop because I'm like, he want to go full force with this bullshit. Like, I mean, and my thing is, I've been told this entire time that Game Pass is this excellent service and shit like that. Why would it need ads to subsidize it if it's so great and doing so well?
Sick. People told me that they use Game Pass to test games, and if they like them, they buy them. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
This is PlayStation Plus Premium for the trials. Using the same. That's how you use Game Pass.
That's crazy.
But Barry, remember, Barry, when you back them to a wall, they run to that get out of jail free card.
It's my opinion.
It's my opinion. Or they say, well, that's subjective.
You know what, Barry? You just blew my fucking mind, dog. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm piecing this together. He only has gripes with PlayStation games. He says he fucking loves Halo Infinite. He fucking loves Forza, but he
hold on. Now, say I gotta give him the W there. I saw the video he put up. He was talking positive about Last of Us 2, Returnal, Ghost of Tsushima, and all that. He did give positive stuff towards that.
No. He said positive stuff after he slandered the fuck out of it. You can
Yeah,
still find
that's
it.
after he played it.
You can still find it. Like, again, I can't believe you let that nigga get over on you with that video, but you know, to each his own.
Wait,
you know what I mean? I ain't gonna argue
Well,
with
no,
that.
I wasn't paying. No, hold on. I wasn't paying attention. I only saw that video when he's, he showed those points. I'm like, all right, well, he's talking positive. But if he was saying some crazy shit prior
This
to
man
playing
was talking hella shit on Last of Us 2, bro. He was talking mad cash money shit on fucking God of War. He was like, I don't even want to play this shit, blah, 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 blah. You know, not really saying that he didn't want to play it because he was bitter. And that's what it ultimately turned out to be. He was mad that the game was as successful as it was and he wasn't a part of it, bro. And he even wrote it in a Twitter post. You can Google that shit. Google David Jaffe and God of War, bro. And you will see the fucking quote that he said about that shit, bro. Again, like I said, to each his own, bruh. He can try and put whatever positive spin he want on it. That doesn't negate the negative shit that you've said about it. People have seen it. That's like me saying, like 10 years ago, or let's not even say 10 years ago. That's like me saying 3 years ago, yo, I fucking hate Jay Barry, bruh. Jay Barry, that nigga's a bitch, bro. Like low key, dog.
Damn,
man,
nigga.
I slapped the fire out of the dog fire out of Jay Barry, and then 3 years later, I meet Jay Bar and I'm like, yo, Jay Bar is the coolest nigga in the world. That still doesn't negate the fact that I said I'll slap fire out this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You
like
just
that doesn't
described me in
change
persona.
anything. No, but I'm saying that doesn't change
He said he gonna
anything.
slap the lisp out of me.
You're funny, Jamil.
So this means that me and Persona need to still shoot the fade.
Oh no,
This
no
is what this
fade,
is.
no fade. Me and
No,
Jamil. Me and
Hey,
Jamil.
that's
Me,
Jamil?
yeah,
That's
it's
Jamil?
Jamil.
Wait, that nigga say he'll slap the list
yo,
out of
hey,
you?
yo,
No,
hey,
that
yo,
caught me
that's
off
buddies.
guard, yo.
Hey, yo, back in the day,
Listen, that was
Persona and Jamel,
2015,
they go
man.
at it.
That was 2015,
Go at it.
man. You know,
I
people
might-
grow.
I might
Listen,
still have
people.
those chats. That's wink, wink. You know what I mean?
People,
But,
people
yo,
No, but I'm
grow.
saying, so now
People
that
grow
they
and
cool,
people change.
does it change the fact that he did say he would slap the list out of the nigga mouth before?
no, I
You
think
gotta
it
ask-
does
you gotta ask
because
Jamil that.
it's been many years since that has happened, and they talked about it.
Well,
and,
I mean, me
joke
and
about it now.
yeah, I was gonna say, me and Jamil, we've
No,
met.
no.
And
And
we
I
chilled and stuff
understand
like
that. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be cool and shouldn't be friends. I'm just saying it doesn't change the fact that
Right.
that was their intro, bro. That's how
Yeah.
they became to know each other through
Yeah.
some negative shit. Like
Yeah.
without even playing The Last of Us 2. Straight shit talking, bro. He got upset because nigga, them Redditors was on his ass.
Oh, yo,
Fucking
facts.
talking shit about God of War. He was mad about that shit, dog. And I'm just like, bro, like it's very clear, dog. And it's cool. If he says he love everything PlayStation now, that's cool, bro. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that he said it.
I'm trying to find the tweet.
But he does have the right to change his mind.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
get it. It's internet. Don't forget. So
He does have the right to change his mind. It just doesn't change the fact that he said what he said. But
know.
I mean,
all I'm saying is that DLC comment that he made, regardless on what positive thoughts he had before or after it, that joint don't make no sense. That's just a bad take.
Whoa. but if in 2 years he says he loved God of War Ragnarok, then
But why it
that
gotta take
negates
2
all of
years
this
from now?
shit
The
that
game
he's saying
come
now
out.
then.
The game come out this year.
I'm just saying in 2 years, bro. If in 2 years
Two
time,
years when it's cheaper.
when it's cheaper,
What
for
is
sure.
cheaper?
When it's cheaper.
Yo, but
It sound like you
my
kinda hedged
thing,
his
yo, my thing is what I said on Whoops is like, yo, I see the too cool for school crew out here talking about why everybody's bashing this man and on his opinion on something that you haven't played. Okay, motherfucker, he ain't played it either. Why is he calling it DLC? You know what I mean? Like it goes both ways, man. I don't.
Why
I don't
do
want-
you have the right to have an opinion but not have it criticized?
Yeah, and yo, that's the same thing I said when I came on the roundtable, because at the end of the day, I was like, yo, let these two dudes go and debate. But I had to check Jaffe. I was like, yo, you can't come at no man talking about, yo, he uneducated. You don't know this man. Like, you going outside of the gaming realm and all that. Yo, keep it respectful. And he was like, yeah, but, I'm talking about this topic.
You know what I wanted him to do? I wanted him to go to the money talk, bro, because I'll put his ass to shame, dog. Even though he been doing what he been doing for how many other years he been doing it, bro. He don't want to play that money game, dog. And that's the thing. I ain't want to do that as a low blow, but I'm just like, bro, you saying that I'm uneducated, bro. You don't know I'm out here getting money, nigga. fuck is you talking about? But regardless,
I felt
that's
the
neither
comment was
here.
unwarranted. Everything else, I was like, all right, go back and forth. You know what I mean? Cause we out here.
No. But even that, dog, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't take any of that shit to heart, bro. I slept great that night, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm saying you probably didn't take it to heart, but as listening to the conversation, like, yeah, I get the whole, the debate, the back and forth, but when it goes outside of the realm of gaming, that's when it's just like, that needs to be checked. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
You know why that was great to me, though, Bari? Not to cut you off, but you know why that was great to me? Because that let me know that I backed him into a corner where he didn't have an answer. So the only thing he could resort to was insults. So that wasn't insulting to me. It just meant that you didn't have anything else to say, bro. You're not on Z channel where these niggas ain't finna, go at your neck, bro. You here at the round table where, nigga, we just see you as another individual, bro. We not looking at your legacy, your history, no, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And afterwards, nigga, we still playing the shit that you created. You feel me? Like, everybody walk away happy, nigga. Like, I'm not gonna be like, yo, man, fuck that. Jeffy made God of War 1 and 2. I'm not playing that shit.
Yo, facts,
why would I play that?
Whatever that.
Fuck that nigga, man.
Right.
Bro, I left that conversation like,
kick the guy, kick him, thrash, kick him. Nah, that shit that doesn't happen in the round table. That shit doesn't happen in the round table. Fuck
Absolutely
no.
not. Let me get this super chat. Let me get this super chat real quick.
That shit was the funniest shit I've ever heard right there.
Yo, but the thing is, what I was saying earlier is like, I don't understand why in the gaming community, everybody always want to check somebody on what they can speak about in gaming. Yo, the hobby is video game, and people are criticizing or joking about people with other gaming topics or how passionate they are about a gaming, take or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you talking about why are you getting triggered by somebody calling this game DLC? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, what they would tell you, oh, go touch grass or something. You know what I mean? But yo, you're the same person creating content on the people getting triggered in the gaming, but you don't care about gaming and you don't care about these people. And it's just a whole fuckboy smorgasbord of bullshit that's going on in gaming. You know what I mean? Like these people sit out here. They say they love gaming, but when it comes to actual gaming topics or conversations or debates or passionate convos, they don't want no part of it. Oh, that's drawing the line. Like, sit your ass down, man. Y'all niggas is corny as hell. My bad, son.
Are you good?
Nah, it's real though too. Because the same people who say that they hate all of this fanboy shit and like, why can't y'all just love every console and be in love with every console, yada yada yada. I'm saying to myself, like, you do know you can avoid all this talk. Like, there's a mute button, there's a block button, you can block certain topics, you can do all of that so that you don't have to see this in your life, because it's distressing. It's distressing. Like, you can't function properly when you see this type of stuff. So you should definitely get away from it. That's my advice to all the people who say that they don't want to hear the fanboy shit, this, that, and the third. Dude, there's a way for you to escape it, and I want you to escape it. I want you to get far, far away from it. Just get as far as you can, because at the end of the day, these conversations are never going to end. These conversations have been around. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. If you old enough to remember that saying, you already know this shit ain't going nowhere, because it's been years, it's been decades, and this shit is still going on. And the only problem about it is now we have the internet, so it's taking a next level turn. But that's my time, guys.
Yo, Sick, I heard you and Wooly went at it.
We didn't go at it. Wooly was just saying a whole bunch of stupid shit that didn't make any fucking sense. The nigga was saying that I call him racist when I don't even speak to Wooly. Right? I purposely ignore that dummy, that goofy, that fucking clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I purposely do that. So I didn't say shit to him. He was mistaking Guap's response for my response and telling me, like, why you guys are always turning things into racial things. But I didn't say anything to you, including anything racist. And I just had to let him know, bro, don't think you policing me, bro. You can speak on whatever I say because all that shit is public. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do, nigga. Make videos, do any of that. I don't care. But nigga, don't come like you checking me, bro. Don't come like you checking me, dog. That's the only thing I had a problem with Wooly. You know what I'm saying? Because I go out of my way not to speak to you, bro. I don't see anything you tweet or anything you say. The only reason why I see in the comment he said this time is because Guap said something and I couldn't see what the fuck Guap was saying because he was talking to somebody. And then when I clicked on it, I'm like, oh, it's this fucking clown. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no problem with Willie either. You know what I mean? How can I? I don't even know this man. It's impossible for me to have problems with these people, bruh. But I'm just like, dog, it doesn't matter. Don't follow me around like you trying to check me or police me or tell me how I should be fucking acting, nigga. Cause you never gonna be able to do that. So you wasting your fucking time. And this nigga always be on this, like he trying to be holier than thou shit. Like, bro, come on, miss me with that bullshit.
Yo, let me get these super chats real quick. Hey, yo, Chi-Town, hold on. Chi-Town Gamer, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, that Spaces was lit. Shout out to Persona Sick and those keeping it 100 in the community. Shout out to you, bro. And then Mystical Trier got a cheer. Appreciate you, bro. He says, Sick gave Jaffe that 8 Mile punchline. That 8 Mile punchline. Yo, chill.
Oh, you got another super chat? Because I just want to ask one question, bro.
No, go ahead.
Why is everybody so afraid to keep it real, dog? Why is being real a bad thing now? Why is asking people uncomfortable questions a bad thing, bro? Why is that a bad thing?
Because you want to know what's more uncomfortable than the question? Being disagreed with. A lot of people too fragile.
Bro, it's crazy to me, dog. And you know what? I feel bad for Jaffe because Jaffe super cares about the things that are said in the chat. Like, it really gets to him. Like, he has to answer to the people in the chat, and I don't understand why.
He kept doing that on the podcast, like cursing them out and shit. I'm like, damn, bro, focus on the conversation. That's what's most important.
Nah, but I think he said he got ADHD or some shit like that. I don't know if that's like a symptom of it, where he just gotta, like, he hyper focuses on shit.
Oh, okay,
and stuff like that bothers him or something like that.
That makes sense.
So I
though,
think
if he does,
I think
like,
that might be what it is, but it gets to him too much.
Yeah.
Yo, like the man, I told the man, I said, bro, I don't care about this Twitter shit or this YouTube shit, dog. I don't know why you think I do. You hear my name so much that you think that I give a fuck about this shit. I could lose my YouTube and I could lose my Twitter today, and it wouldn't make a difference. I just start over, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I keep telling them. Like, I've done it, especially with Twitter. Nigga, they banned my account that had like 3,000 followers, bro.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Nigga, I didn't lose my fucking mind. I was just like, all right, nigga, wrap it up. But he tried to tell me that I did care about this stuff. He tried to prove. I'm like, dude, how you gonna tell me how I feel, bro? Do you know how much copyrighted content goes across my channel on a daily basis, nigga? They can take my shit away at any point, bruh. At any point. Stop telling me what I care about, because if I care so much, I would go out of my way to fucking monetize the bitch, dog. And I don't. Shout out to the super chat gang, man.
Yeah,
y'all niggas keep that channel running, baby.
Hasuma.
Shout out to
Appreciate
y'all.
Appreciate y'all soon. But yo, let's get into these outros, man. And the night strong. You feel me? Yo, Sick, we're gonna start with you, bruh. You fired up
it's been
today,
a great
man.
It's been a great like 30 minutes in here because I was in that Spaces, bruh. But man, I appreciate all of y'all. Man. It is what it is, man. And yeah, man, keep supporting my guys, Persona, Jay Bari, all of the people that's on the panel right now. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my brothers. I want to thank God for letting me breathe another day. Nah, you know, y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you always, Sick, bro. Yo, Jamil, give us your outro, bro.
It's good, man. I appreciate the discussion as usual, man. I appreciate it. And you know, people got to be aware of those dog whistles. Stop falling for it, man.
Jeez, man.
Stop falling for these dog whistles. You know, be like me. I'm in the rafters watching. I might drop down on somebody. I might just stay there for a year and a half. I ain't got nothing. I don't care, man. I don't want to get too the side notes, the outro or whatever, but I think I just kind of learned more about Sick than I ever learned before in the process of this, because my reflex when I watched the whole thing unfold, I didn't watch the podcast, but I saw like the videos and the clips afterwards. And I'm like, why he go off like that? Like, what the fuck? You know, and then I'm like, why is he emotionally attached to it? And then we're talking about caring or not caring. I think we all care about gaming to various degrees. And in my mind, you said something earlier where you were like, don't insult your intelligence. That's what all of this boils down to. I don't like my intelligence insulted. And as much as I'm, calm about all of this stuff, if you tell me, like you said, it's you pissing on my head and telling me it's raining, it's a whole nother ball game for me. Like the one thing that might get me out of character. So that's the dog whistle. That's what he did with the DLC stuff. It's a, hey, this game of DLC, and it riles everybody up, and it's like, well, no, I didn't say that. So
no, I mean, and at the end of the day, nobody really cares about it. Like, I'm not trying to check Jaffe. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is like, dog, just be honest, bro. Not really checking them though. Just be honest, bro. Okay, you don't want to be honest. All right, we could take this somewhere else, bro.
My outro is bye. By the way, bye. Bye.
Appreciate you, Jamil, always, bro. Sir Percival, give a shout out, bro. Oh, word. That's how you feel, Sir Percival. Got you.
He said bye too. Bye, Percival.
Yeah, mine's basically bye. Sorry, I'm working on the platinum for Sifu. I'm on the last boss. I gotta beat him. I got like one death left.
Oh yeah, that's important. Definitely do that. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And then yo, Muck. Yeah, that platinum was so fun, bro. Man.
Yeah, it was. I got both of them, PS4 and PS5.
I gotta go.
Let me just get out of here. I'm playing Risk of Rain too. I'm too invested in this shit right now.
Fire.
I'm sorry. Have a good day, guys.
No doubt, bro.
Yo, is that game really good? Because somebody else was telling me about that.
That was me telling you about it.
Risk of Rain.
I need to pick it up.
Yo, Muck, give a shout out, bro.
I'm telling you this though, man. I mean, like, it's a roguelike. All the items are randomized and shit, but once you get like close to like end of the game and you start figuring out how to enter certain things, I don't want to spoil it for you or anything like that, but I did like 300 minutes playing this fucking shit. I just got too addicted to it. But you should check it out, man. Take a look at a couple of YouTube videos and check if you like it,
Nah, I'm gonna pick it up because I've heard good things from a lot of people in regards to Risk of Rain. So it wasn't just you; it was Get on the Sticks as well. He was telling me about that.
Get on the Sticks.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I forgot how to leave this shit.
Just click the disconnect button.
All right, thank you.
No doubt, bro. Yo, Muck, give a shout out, bro.
Yeah, man. Another great conversation. I was good to have a nice conversation instead of arguing about who is better than who and who could do who what.
Yeah. And
Strict, I need you to check your VA people. Get this nigga together, man.
Hey, shout out to Muck, man. Appreciate you, bro. And for me, man, y'all know me, man. I'm Persona, man. Another great episode of When Persona Speaks is in the books. Shout out to everybody here, man. Also, Hatsuma, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, the buffoons don't realize that opinions can be challenged and debated. Jaffe said goofiness and got checked for it. It is what it is. Twitter equals forum. Exactly. I agree 100%. But for me, man, listen, I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Round of applause for y'all in the chat. Shout out to y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of When Persona Speaks. I'm hoping PlayStation announced a state of play for God of War this week. If they do, we're going to do live reactions, of course. If not, then I see y'all at WUPS on Saturday. And last but not least, always remember...
It's my opinion. It looks like DLC. It's my opinion. It looks like DLC. It's my opinion. It looks like DLC.
And on that note, I'm out. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.